Hey everyone, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is most likely the most exciting video of the year, which is my 2024 bullet journal setup. First, we're going to unbox this beautiful journal from Archer & Olive, and this came in the December subscription box from last year. I'm an affiliate, so you can always use my code CMCG10 for 10% off your order at archerandolive.com if you want to save some money and also support my channel. This beautiful journal is an A5 size with 192 bright white dot grid, 160 GSM pages, which is the journals I tend to go for. I'm actually finishing up a different journal from Archer & Olive, which I've recently flipped through, so I will have that video linked in the cards if you want to check it out before we start this brand new journal of 2024. But before we do that, let's get into the supplies I'll be using to set up my bullet journal for the new year. I'm going to be using my Ohuhu fine line pens again because these have been the fine liner of choice lately. My main color for this setup will be my Tombow Dual Brush Pen in 942, which is a super light tan shade. I'm also using these alphabet stamps, which you can find on Amazon. This specific box has uppercase and lowercase letters and also numbers and punctuation, which are super helpful in journal setups. A majority of the rest of the decorating supplies are from Archer & Olive, specifically the December 2022 sub box like this washi tape and this collaging set that came with stickers and vellum that match the cover of my journal. I'm also using a regular old paper bag for ripping up and putting in the corners, and of course my Archer & Olive ruler stencil thing that I can't live without. But without further ado, let's hop into the very first spread of this 2024 bullet journal setup. I'm using my alphabet stamps to stamp out my name on the lines, and then I'm taking some of this beautiful gold patterned vellum to rip up and put in the corners along with my paper bag. I'm also adding a couple coffee shop stickers and some washi tape, and then finishing off my name page with my Instagram handle, which I just always put on the first page of my journal. It's at Creative Minds Coffee Grinds for those of you curious. I post photos and short form content every day over there if you want to go check it out. And that is my first spread of my new bullet journal complete. I realized I forgot to tape down that annoying page that's stuck onto the name page, so I'm doing that now so we can get into my 2024 cover page. I'm using the finer tip side of my black Tombow Dual Brush Pen to write Hello 2024 across a 2-page spread. And then, of course, I needed to bring in another ripped paper bag moment and some coffee stickers. I feel like I'm really going back to my roots with these spreads in this video because I used paper bags so much in my first journal video on my Creative Minds Coffee Grinds YouTube channel, and so many people tuned in and enjoyed that video, and that just made me feel so good. And basically, I just want to channel all those nostalgic, happy bullet journal vibes in this setup, along with some of my new style like stamps and stickers and collaging. And also a Dutch door, because for those of you who don't know, I spent all of 2023 doing Dutch door cover pages, so I wanted to have a little ode to that as well. On the part of the Dutch door that peeks out from the other side are the words "get cozy," which is my word of the year, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but for now, let's get into my goals spread. My 2024 goals are going to be broken up into 6 categories this year, which is health, work, finance, bujo, crochet, and cooking. I'm going to be filling these out in my New Year Reset video, which I'll be posting soon, so please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on all of my upcoming bullet journal content. I mentioned that my word of the year is cozy, so let's talk about why I chose that specific word real quick. My word of the year for 2023 was grow because I knew a lot of changes in my life were going to happen that year. I bought a brand new car, I quit my teaching job, I found a new job that I love, and my boyfriend and I are currently looking for apartments. Since I've been doing a lot of growing and changing this past year, I want to make 2024 a year to settle into my new life and new routines, and just get comfortable and cozy, along with a focus on some cozy hobbies like journaling, crocheting, scrapbooking, reading, and learning to cook this year. So therefore, I wanted the space to be dedicated to ways to get cozy in 2024. Next up is my future log, which spans across two 2-page spreads. I'm going back to my mini calendar with a vertical monthly layout for each month because as much as I love the flexible future log space in my last journal, my perfectionist brain really missed the event dates being in order. So I've got January through June on this spread, and I'm using my Tombow dual brush pen in 942 to highlight the weekends in each month just for a visual interest. I'm keeping this spread super simple and functional as I typically do because that's what future logs are for. I'm finishing off this spread with stamping out the abbreviations for each month with my lowercase alphabet stamps, so I know which column is for which monthly events, and that completes my future log. For my 2024 theme doodles spread, I'm leaving space for the first 6 months of the year because I'm only planning on spending 6 months in this journal. This is where I'll make a little doodle based on each theme I do for each month this year. I love seeing the whole spread filled in, especially when I make a 12-month theme doodle spread in my journal for the second half of this year. This is what I like to call my adulting tracker. It's basically just a place for me to keep track of appointments and car stuff. So I have a place to write the date of when I go to the doctor, dermatologist, gynecologist, eye doctor, hairdresser, and nail salon. And for my car, I want to keep track of my emissions appointments, which is basically the Connecticut version of an inspection, and also oil changes and when I'm washing or vacuuming my car. Boring stuff, but necessary for adult life. My next yearly spread tracker is my social media tracker, and I'm only tracking subscribers for my YouTube channel and followers on my Instagram because those are the only 2 social media priorities for next year. I have 1 box for each month in both my YouTube and Instagram columns. In each box, I have space to write the follower and subscriber counts for the first day and 15th day of the month, which might sound a little weird, I'm well aware, but I used to track the first, middle, and last day of the month until I realized that the last day of the month was just a 24-hour difference from the first day of the next month, so I started tracking the first and middle dates only. Again, these spreads look super simple, but definitely functional for my purposes. Next to my social media tracker, I have a brain dump style spread titled Video Ideas. I was flipping through my old yearly spreads in a recent video for my bullet journal inspiration, and I'll have that video linked in the cards if you're interested. But anyways, during all of my flipping through, I noticed I had a video ideas page that I utilized in a couple old bullet journals, and I wanted to bring it back to use in this journal to have a place that I can refer back to when I'm trying to come up with content, which, believe it or not, can sometimes be a little bit difficult. I definitely think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this spread in 2024, so I'm glad I was re-inspired from my past journals. We've moved on to my media collection spread, and I wanted to keep this spread an easy list style format because I'm actually creating a dedicated media and reading journal for this year, which I'm super excited about, and a plan with me where I'll be setting up that journal will actually be going up next weekend, so keep an eye out for that. So because I'll be making some fun spreads in that journal for books, movies, TV shows, etc., I just wanted to make a space in my everyday bullet journal to make a quick list of anything I wanted to watch or listen to this year. I have another list-y brain dump style spread, whatever you want to call it, in my yearly pages, and this one is titled Master To-Do List. This is a spread I like to call I had an extra page and I didn't want to do a quote page, so I decided to try to make it functional. So will I end up using this spread? There's a 50-50 chance I'll either write a random to-do list in it or leave it completely blank, and we'll have to see. And finally, the last couple spreads for my yearly pages in this journal are dedicated to my planning pages. I say it every time I make these, but I took inspiration from Jess from Jashi Curran a while back, who is one of my favorite bullet journalists ever. She had the super helpful and organized pages where she had space to plan out her bullet journal themes for each month, and I've been utilizing my own version of them since 2020. I have room for planning my color palette, header font, washi tape, and general theme I'm going for, and I actually switched this up in my last journal, bringing my full planning pages to only half a page for each month, and it's been working well for me, so I've brought that exact same setup into 2024. And that, my friends, is my New Year bullet journal setup complete. We are now entering the final flip through portion of today's video, and I want to encourage you all to share your most unique or favorite yearly spread in your bullet journal this year. I think mine was probably my Get Cozy spread. I haven't seen anything specifically like that in anyone else's bullet journal, so I'm pretty proud of it. Also, if you made it to the end, please leave a coffee emoji in your comment as well. It always makes my day to see who sat all the way through my bullet journal creations and rambling. You guys are the best. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Also, don't forget to check out my bullet journal social medias. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!